Hey YouTube, it is time for comfort food. It's almost January. It is New Year's Eve today, actually. I am going to be making navy bean and ham, and this is so easy. It's so good, so simple, minimal ingredients, and a lot of us had ham for Christmas, and you may or may not have leftover ham bones. Save your ham bones. Also, if you get pigs butchered, save your hocks, because you can do this with the ham hocks. But what I have here is a pound. I don't know if you can see that, but I have a pound of navy beans that have soaked overnight, and they have multiplied to make quite a bit, and they're going to get even bigger as we cook them longer. All we're going to do is drain off the soaking water, and I'm probably going to give these a quick rinse at the sink, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you how easy and quick this is to make dinner for tonight. But the best way to eat this is to make it the day before and reheat it the next day, and then it's just perfect. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I've just given these a bit of a rinse and drain, and we're gonna just put them in a pot. And for this particular recipe, I like to use more of a narrow, tall pot rather than a wide, shallow pot, because I want the hocks, and I actually am making 2 hocks. I'm gonna make it with extra meat. So we're gonna use 2 of these to a pound of beans, and I want the liquid to cover these. So if you had a shallow pot, you could see that the meat wouldn't be submerged as easily. So what I'm going to do is get these open, and all we have besides that is a half a teaspoon of salt, 1 fairly good sized bay leaf, the equivalent of 2 good sized garlic cloves, which I'm going to mince, and I am using my freeze-dried onion powder, which is not really powder. I freeze dry onions and then I put them through the food processor, so it's like onion fluff. It's pretty. If you can see that, it's fluffy and kind of big. So I'm gonna just I like a lot of onion flavor. I don't like a lot of onion crunch. So we're gonna just dump in, eyeball it, dump in a couple of onion handfuls of that. Or if you have a whole onion and you wanna just put it in, you could slice up an onion and saute it and have an extra layer of flavor that way with caramelized onion going in. I just personally don't love onions in my food. I like the flavor, but not the texture. We're gonna crack, to taste, crack in some black pepper, throw in the salt, we're gonna put in the bay leaf, we're gonna mince and press this through a garlic press, and again, if you would like more garlic, go ahead and put more garlic. This is very adaptable, but so simple. This is like such a simple recipe. Grab yourself a fairly good sized spoon, and I'm gonna kind of just toss that all around a little bit. So I've opened up one of the nice ham bones and I've taken most of the meat off, but there's still a good amount of meat left on there. And what we're gonna do is kind of pull the beans aside and set that down in the bottom like that. And there's the second one, same thing. I'm gonna kind of just put the bean, I'm kind of putting beans over and around the meat, but I kind of want the meat to be on the bottom of the pan. So it all looks like this. And then all we're going to do is pour some water over all of this, basically to cover it. I want the water level to come up pretty level. With this, I'm going to put this over kind of a medium-high heat until it comes up to a simmer. So I've got about 8 cups of water here. I'm going to see how much does it take to pour over that. I want that water level to come up. I want to almost cover the ham. So we've got it, it took all of it. So 8 cups, a pound of beans, 8 cups of water. We're gonna go ahead and turn that up. This is on like medium high. I just wanna bring it up to a simmer, and then I'm gonna turn it down and cover it, and it's gonna cook all day. And come back and watch it every now and then. And if you have a crock pot, yes, of course, you could do this in a crock pot. You could probably put it in the oven and do it and just keep an eye on it too. I don't use a crock pot. I don't think I even own a crock pot. I really never have. I've had one for other things that I use, but not for cooking. The only other thing I am going to add, which I also don't like in my food, I like the flavor of celery seed, but I don't like celery at all in my food. If you'd like to cut up celery, you could put it in this. I'm just going to put in, start with a half a teaspoon of celery seed and let that just be part of the mix. But again, if you like onion and celery, you can put whole, put it in whole. I just like the flavor. The only other thing I'm going to add to this at the end is going to be some carrot. And I have some frozen carrot that's actually shredded because I use what I have. So I don't have any cubed carrot and I don't have any fresh carrot. So I'll probably just add that shredded carrot later on this afternoon once this is cooked down a bit. So for now, that is all we're doing. And we've got water almost covering both of these nice ham hocks. We're going to bring it up to a simmer first, cover it, turn it down a bit, and I'm just going to watch the water level as those beans cook and absorb the water through the day. See you in a few hours. After a little while, what I will do, this has been simmering along for a while, and it smells so good. So you can come along and do kind of taste the broth and see. You don't want to add too much salt, because if your ham was salty, you could oversalt this. So what I'm going to do is pull these 2 bones out and let them cool off where you can handle them enough. And then I'm going to just pull the meat off, all the bits of meat that are worth saving on these 2 bones. We're going to pull it off and kind of break it up into small pieces and add it back to the pot and let this continue to simmer until these beans are soft enough to where you want to eat them. But like I said, this is very much better if you do this all today and then let this sit overnight to just kind of meld together all the flavors and absorb the rest of the liquid, and then serve it tomorrow. And if you're really impatient like me, you can actually just take a knife, because these are, you can see these are still steaming hot. I just pulled them out, but what I'm going to do is just take a knife and just kind of, and a fork, sorry that's noisy, and just kind of pull whatever you can off of here that's meat. And then we're going to discard the bone and put the meat back in the pot. So, and I'll just kind of break it up and go ahead and put it back in. And it doesn't have to be in bite-sized pieces yet, because towards the end we can always come through, and once it cooks long enough, the meat will be falling apart, and you can just give this a really good stir at the end, and it will all kind of blend together and be a nice mix of everything. But I try and get all of it, if at all possible, like all the meat. This reminds me of like Depression era cooking, you know, grandma, great grandma, where you literally just make use of every scrap of food that you have access to. This would have been definitely a Depression era meal, because you're not throwing out this bone or giving it to the dog. You're actually getting a lot more meat off of it than what you would have used if you just cut the ham off and got rid of the bone in the end after Christmas. And if you have a lot of time, you could pull this and let it cool off enough to handle it with your fingers, but this is just as easy to me, so I'm just gonna kind of pick around with my knife and fork and pull off really anything you can use. And even if there's some fat that's going in the pot, it's gonna melt and kind of break up into the soup as it cooks, so it's not super critical to like try to avoid all the fat. If you can, I do. But for the most part, I try and just get every little scrap, because it's all going to make delicious soup. And then you can finally get rid of the bones. Although I'm sure if you were super thrifty, there's something else you could do with these bones. And I don't know what, but make a broth. You know, you could make like a ham bone broth and make a stock for yet another soup later. So our grandmothers knew how to do all this stuff. It's just a matter of remembering that, you know, not even don't waste food, but just make use of some of that stuff if you can. That's a nice big chunk right there. See? That's a big piece of just meat. So that's going in the soup, and this will just all cook down. I think that one looks like we've got as much as we can off of that first bone. And this is the smaller one. And if you make enough of this, like there's enough in this pot, once this is done, we could probably also pressure can this into jars to make lunches that my husband can take to work and warm up for a hot lunch this winter. So you're getting almost triple duty. You're getting another meal out of your ham, if you know, just from the bone, and you might get a whole bunch of lunches, future lunches. You could freeze it too, but I have a canning pot handy. I may just can the leftovers, and then he has access to just grab a quick jarred lunch. Look how much meat was on that bone. Lovely. So that's all going in to just cook down into this soup. There's quite a bit of meat. Wow, this one had a lot of meat. And again, I'm not breaking these up as much. I'm just putting them right in the pot to cook down and simmer for the whole rest of the day until dinner. So this is what this pot looks like now, and I'm going to leave it on just a low heat where it's just kind of lightly bubbling all day. And then at the end, I'll go ahead and put in the carrots, and I'll taste this and adjust it for any more seasoning or salt or anything it might need. And you'll see how beautiful this looks at the end. And when you stir this up at the end, all this meat is going to break up and just be nice pieces of ham floating all throughout this bean dish. So that's that for now. And we'll give it another couple of hours on the stove. And by dinner time, it looks like this. Oh my goodness, it starts to thicken. And you just break up the meat. Pull out the bay leaf. Okay, so this has been about 6.5 hours, and you can see it's thickened up where it was really soupy before, and just the beans and the meat start to kind of combine and make it a lot thicker. We're going to go ahead and add the shredded carrot, which obviously if you have diced carrot or frozen carrots, you could do that. I have shredded, so that's what we're using. And this is super ready to eat, so I'm just going to basically put that in at the last minute, ready to serve. We just need to warm that up. But I'm going to get crazy and add some peas too, because we like peas. So you can kind of have fun with this and do whatever you want. And look how thick that's getting. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. So I'm just going to leave that on the stove for a little bit until it's heated through, and this is ready to serve. And you can test it at this point and just kind of taste it and adjust your seasoning if you want to, but this, with what we've already put in, is absolutely perfect the way it is. So that's going to be it for a minute. We're going to warm that through, and I'll show you the final result. Oh my gosh, look how good that looks. And you can see, like, it's plenty thick. And you can taste it at this point, and I'm going to taste this, and I think we could actually add a little bit of salt, but it depends on your ham, so don't add salt until the very end. And just bump this up a little bit with some salt and pepper if you want. But look how the meat is kind of broken up. I haven't done anything special to this meat except this. Just stir it as it cooks. Another cute fun fact that you can keep in your back pocket is that navy bean and ham soup has been on the US Senate menu since like 1902. So this is a very classic American dish. I hope this inspires you to try making this. You can do it without peas to make it more classic. You could add potatoes if you want, but this is what I'm doing with it tonight. And it's a great way to reuse those ham bones from anytime you've had a ham dinner. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.